let me introduce you to something called Qubo. Now, if you've never heard of Qubo, I don't know what you're doing with your life. At this point, you're practically just a waste of sperm. Moving on. Qubo was the channel of the gods. It was the place where your boy Zeus turned in and told Hera to pull up so he could smash his cheeks as Piccolo played in the background. Qubo was basically the channel of the saints. My boy John was out there in heaven talking to that boy, I don't know, Socrates or something, about how Qubo was the best thing he's ever seen in his whole life. Qubo was basically Kanye West before he was Kanye West. It's basically the place where you could watch any show you loved and enjoyed. The bootlegs, of course, but for free. I still to this day do not understand how people do not know that channel existed. I mean, as a child, you already know I was poor and broke. I had no money, no bitches, but my mom could afford that TV dish satellite thingy. And when she hooked it up, I turned to channel 32. I could never go back. Qubo in itself was basically the holy grail to me. It's as if like God himself came down from the heavens, split it in part,
and just handed this shit down to me on a silver platter.
When I found that channel, I was watching shit like Jimmy Tutu, Jane the Dragon, and I was gilly lapping and hilly hopping all the way down to South Street or something. St. Africa, Zimbabwe, telling my boys about this shit. Qubo was basically the thing before it was the thing. I don't really know why people haven't actually heard of it, and I don't know why people don't actually watch Qubo. I mean, a person who was creating this channel definitely was riding in the flames, definitely sitting in that hot gunner meme, just straight up cooking shit. I don't even know what he was doing, but that boy had the mental fortitude of a god. Einstein could never compete. Einstein, who's that? Thomas Edison, who's that? That boy straight up ratioed all of them. At that point, he was grittying and just dancing on their dead bodies. He made something so god tier, God himself had to clap for that nigga. Anyways, all I'm saying is that they had such banger shows that I asked one of my friends if he ever seen it, and he could literally tell me that he seen it just because he could tell what the shows were. He called it the poor man's network, but I don't think he knows what he's talking about. I mean, considering that this man lives in a cardboard box, I doubt he's actually ever seen such a rich man's network before. Moving on.
I wake up